welcome to Tangling along with me. Today we are going to make a picture and I am going for the translucency tiles today. And then we still have, sorry about that, then we still have these that I got for a long time ago. And I was thinking, whoops, now they all come out, that we could use one of those today. Let me just put these right back in here. There we go. Like that. Put that to the side, and then I have one. I already took the cap of this one. So I am going to open it and take out this little template thingy that we are going to use so that we can start our drawing. So I am going to place this on my tile, make sure I have it all on my tile, and then I'm just gonna draw the pattern on there, and there we have it. This one you can throw out. We just made a page done, and I was thinking that we could do something from that page. So let's see what we can do. I had a few different of these tangles in my mind because some of them are really cool and some of them are so fun to do. I like to make a big pattern and then do something inside these patterns, but there's none of these patterns that really fits that. But let me make a string, and I'm thinking about putting a ribbon down the middle of it, and then do something in that ribbon. Okay, let's start with a ribbon right here. I want to have it fairly big. So let's start with this pattern, I think. And we did this, so it shouldn't be that difficult. We are first going to make these crescent moon shape here, or ladybugs. And then I'm going to the other side, making another ladybug. Going up here, making another ladybug. And around here. There we go. I kind of like that. And then I am going to make this wavy line. Actually, I think you should have made that first. But I am just gonna do it like this. There we go. I actually think I want this ladybug a tiny bit bigger. There we go. And then we are going to make a line from the top of this and down to the ladybug. And I'm just gonna do that everywhere. There we go. And I like to have one from the bottom and out. And what you do in one, you do in the next as well. And then I pop at least 2 more in here, but I think I can have 3, so I'm just gonna pop 1, 2, 3 in there and do the same over here. And I am going to turn it around because it will make it easier for me to do it in the other side. So again, 3 over here. 3 of them, and the same. There we go. And then I'm going to do it in these. 1, 2, 3. And careful, because you can actually mess up your strokes here with smudging it around. So give it a little longer to dry before you continue with the next line, or at least before you put your hands in it. If you can make the lines connect, then that looks really good, but you don't really have to. And I'm just gonna do it right there as well. Then we are going back and finding the lines here, and we are doing kind of a C shape here and coloring that in and doing the same on the other side. We call that rounding, because we are rounding off the connection between 2 lines. I'm gonna make half a rounding up there, so the same over here, half a rounding like that. And I'm gonna do that on all of these. And I'm doing it on this side as well. Now I'm turning it around and doing this one over here. Remember to breathe and relax in your shoulders. And just enjoy each of your strokes. There we go. So that was the first pattern. That was this one. You can of course turn your paper around before you make the next one and then draw it on the other side if you want to. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this because I kind of like doing it on one side, but I also like doing it on both sides of this. And I actually can see my string, so I could do it here on the other side as well. This way I don't smear that one anymore. I'm thinking of doing this pattern right here for this one. I'm thinking of doing this pattern here for this one, and I turned my tile because why not? So I am just gonna start, actually I think I might have to, I'm just gonna start on the line up here, and the first one I'm just gonna make a line down and the start of a flower. So that would mean I have the rest of the flower over here. The next one I'm just gonna make a tiny line and then the flower going down and another flower. So we are making the flowers on the other side as well. Oh, that didn't turn out well. So a line down, making this heart shape, and a line down. And making the heart shape on the other side. And here we are starting with the heart shape, going past that we just made on the other side and make a new one. So that you only have the heart shape where there is none on the other side. And I might have the start of one there. I'm just gonna turn it a tiny bit so I don't touch that part up there. And I'm just gonna pop in a orb here in the middle. And now you have a flower. I like that pattern. And we have the lines, but I'm gonna do that later with another color. So I am going to this side over here, and we need some kind of pattern here. So I'm thinking about this one. So I'm gonna make these lines here, so I'm just gonna start at the black line from the other side, and I'm making them curvy. And then I am going to make these bigger with a smaller in there, bigger curves, U-shapes. And I'm starting where the big U-shape start, and then I'm making a smaller U-shape. Oops. And just take your time and be careful that you do not pass that line here. Then the smaller U-shapes. Like that, and I am going to do some here, even though that it is going out over the edge of my picture, but you will be able to see some of it anyway, so I am just going for it. There we go. And that needs a kind of decoration as well, but I'm gonna do that again with another color. So I am going to take my light blue Micron 01 and my light blue, so I am going to take my light blue 01 and my pink 01 for this. And I think I'm going to start at the flowers because they have been drying for a tiny bit, and I'm using my light pink for that one. So here in between some of the flowers I am going to make some lines. And when I hit a black line I am lifting up my Micron here. You can do that with every kind of color you want to. I just wanted to do this with the pink. Jump this one, do the same in the next row. So I'm using colors that is matching the first heart that I made. This way these can hang together in the window and look really nice. Jump this line and do it here. Just take your time with this. Remember to relax in your hand and your shoulders. Maybe even loosen your grip on your pen a tiny bit. There we go. Jumping this line here and doing this one. jumping this one and doing the last piece here. There we go. And I'm just gonna cap this one and put that to the side. Turn my tile and take the light blue Micron 01. And here I am going to make some lines in the inside of these banners. And again, here I am going to jump over this one, leave that as is, and going on to the next line, starting right there, jumping this one, doing this one, trying to do every second of these, like the checkerboard pattern. But you can put orbs in there, or stars or dots, and whatever you like to do. I'm just settling with the lines today. Turn your tile if needed. So this one, don't think you will see much of this, but now we are doing it. There we go. That was it for the blue pen. Put that to the side. Then I have a Koi coloring brush. Actually, I have a lot of them, but here I have a light pink and a light blue, and I'm going to start with the light pink. And I think I'm going to take a flower here and just color this flower in. And the same down here. Jump that line and do it here. Down there. Jump this line, doing this one. Or you could color all the flowers if you wanted to, but I think it will be a little too much for me. So I'm just gonna take every second here. There we go. I like that. Put that to the side, take my light blue, turn my tile, and I'm gonna color in each of these that has nothing in there. Oh, the tip on this one is kind of broken. So I'm just taking my time with this. And you don't have to use the Koi pens, you can use some other kind of pens if you have some. I need a new one of these light blues. And down here. Yeah, this one is not good anymore, but I think I managed. There we go. Let's take a look on the other side. There's nothing much going on here. I could take this and just make a tiny bit of a blue here around the middle. Oh, I should have done it over here by the pink maybe. Now we're doing it like this. Just a tiny bit. Like that. Taking my pink and doing the same on the other side. This way I get a bit of color on this side as well. There we go. Put that to the side. I am going to take my graphite pen and I think I am going to place a tiny shadow here underneath this ribbon. Using my Tortillions. Making it into a shadow. And this paper really do take the Tortillions very good, so just have that in mind on how much of the graphite you are putting down first, because the Tortillions really can rub it around on this piece of paper. Personally, I like that a lot, but you might like a little less graphite there, so just be aware. I like that. I were thinking of placing a tiny bit here around the middle of these flower-like things. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna do that. Just a tiny bit of the graphite. Then using my Tortillions. Like that. Going to turn that around and do the same here on this side. Using my Tortillions, softening that out. And I just had an idea. I'm going to my black Micron 01 and I'm thinking of making a bead in these ends here. Just popping in an orb. For a little more color on this side as well. I'm gonna do it on all of these, but I'm gonna let that dry for a second before I go to the other side. we go. Then I can take these. Pop in a tiny orb here. Over here. And this last one. There we go. Cap that one. Take my pink and do the same in my pink flowers. Relax in your hand and loosen your grip while doing this. Down here. There we go. I really like that. That turned out really pretty on that side. Okay, let's turn it around. Let's see what we're going to do. Actually, I think I'm going to make a graphite line here down this side here. Like that, using my Tortillions to soften it out a tiny bit. Not too much, because I don't want it to show too much on the other side. So I'm just gonna do that, oops, on both sides here. And again, using my Tortillions to soften it out. Actually, I think I am going for the black line here, just following the line from the pattern on the other side. I think that's better than doing the same here. There we go. I like that better. I'm going to choose a side here where I am putting in some graphite, and I'm using this one where we don't have any colors at all, just to give it a little more interest. So I'm just placing a tiny bit of my graphite all along the outside line. Taking my Tortillion and softening it out. You could do it in the middle of the flower as well, but I think that will be too much on this one. So I am going to turn it around and take a look here. I could do like I did in the book, have a little shading here where it's going out and some white in the middle, but I think I'm going to take and follow the outline of these U shapes here. And just pop a tiny bit of graphite around them. Again, just taking my time. I think this one is not mattering as it is going to be cut away mostly of it, so I'm just gonna do that fairly quickly and then concentrate about these that will be showing when it's done and in the heart. And I should have been drawing these shapes the other way around because the heart is gonna hang like that. So now they're kind of blowing that way, but well, it's still just a pattern, so I think it will be pretty anyway. There we go. So that was the tangling and the coloring and decorating. So now I am going to take my scissor and carefully cut out this little heart shape. Can be hard to see your line now, but you can always go back with your template for the heart shape and see if you can draw it up again if you need it. There we go. Throwing that piece out, finding my little heart here, and the insert goes here. Did I cut too little off right there? Ah, now I can't get it out. Whoops. Let me try. Almost. I think it will work. Maybe. I just have a tiny piece here in the tip of the little heart that is not doing what I want it to. Okay, now I can't get it out. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Pop the lid on, see if I can do it right. There we go. And then, of course, this one. And there is the done result of this tangling. I actually think that came out really, really pretty. So that's all there is for today. Thank you for watching. Have an attitude of gratitude.